We missed a couple fights here, but definitely some good fights. We got some pick right. Let me see what my count is here. Excuse me. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 5 and 2, 5 and 3. We are 6 and 3 right now, going into the Islam Makhachev fight. Looking decent, not horrible. Just putting ourselves in a pretty good position here to finish out over 500. Started getting a little out of hand there with the Roxanne Modafferi taking a lot or winning split decision. It just got a little bit more and more out of hand, but handled it pretty well. And let's see. Trying to look. I'm going to post on Twitter really quick the record we have. I feel like tweeting is a pretty decent way to get the exposure out of the video. Also, you got to do the Reddit. Reddit's also really good, man. I mean, a lot of people look at Reddit, I must say. You should go to the popular section of Reddit. See what people are talking about. Just throw it in there. Throw it in there right there. And you just say it. Just tell people what the video is, yada yada. Most of the time, it's pretty good news. We had a pretty good turnout for the first video. It was 2 hours long. This one's not going to nearly be as long just because we only have 2 fights to cover here. But we are here. And we have Islam Makhachev. I'm not too sure how to pronounce his opponent's name. Let me look to see if his opponent's name is on the screen right now. We're just going to go to Arman Tukarian. 12-fight winning streak. UFC debuted here. 6 first-round finishes. Finished 10 out of his 13 wins. 5 of them for knockout. 5 by submission. It's a crazy fight to make your debut against Islam Makhachev. Looks like he has a lot of confidence, coming out pretty quick. He did good last time he fought in the United States. Didn't really have an effect on him. He's got done eating me a chicken parm. 1 serving of chicken parm. He looks cut up. He's in great shape, man. Yeah, these guys are dumb, man. I'm out of this chat. It's a dumb fucking chat. Got somebody here live watching? What? We're here, fellas. We are here. 4 or 5 minute rounds here. No, 3 5-minute rounds. I wouldn't assume they went 4 for no reason. 5'10" Islam Makhachev versus 5'7" Arman. 22 years old is Tarakan. And he has a slight reach advantage, although he is 3 inches shorter. That's interesting. It's always interesting when somebody's shorter but has a slight reach advantage. You got 2-inch reach advantage, 3 inches shorter. With them long arms. I think I'm built really weird, man. I got really long legs. I got a really short torso and really long arms. I know it's not true. I'm just a fat ass, but I feel like if I was like my torso was like slightly longer, I wouldn't build up as much in this area here. You know what I mean? Oh well, 16-1 is Islam Makhachev. Minus 300 favorites. That's a big favorite. I think it's one of the biggest favorites of the card tonight. I agree though. He's a tough guy to fight. You're gonna fight him in your UFC debut. I mean, what do you think's gonna happen? All right. We'll see. We'll see how this goes down. Oh, come out, touch gloves. Both guys touch gloves. Head kick misses from Oman. Head kick misses from Islam. Head kick is blocked by Makhachev. Tripped over his own foot there. Exchanging leg kicks. Oh, jeez. Did he break his foot or something? Arman lands himself in like a single leg position. He threw a leg kick and it looked like he hurt his own foot. Fell down immediately, got back up, jumped straight into the single leg position. Islam's doing a pretty good job of defending the takedown. Arman's only able to grab that one leg right now, so. Makhachev flips him now, has Arman up against the cage. Even Arman has both underhooks in right now. Loses it on one side. Knees for Makhachev. Punches to the body. Ooh, and a sick trip that puts him straight in the full mount. And has his arm trapped in his leg. He only has one arm to defend himself. His right arm is trapped in the mount, like where he has his legs. Oh, he pulled it out. He's got it pulled out, doesn't he? Yeah, he's got it pulled out. And he's out of full mount now. Makhachev trying to jump back in. Gets shimmied off the side there. Has him in somewhat of a front headlock there. Trying to snatch him down to the ground. Islam, he's no joke on the ground, so I could see why it was. He's cool with being there. He'll put you right back on the ground. Jumps guillotine. Loses it. Immediately loses it. Arman jumps up, gets him in a front headlock position. It looks like he's about to jump guillotine. Hasn't yet, but he posted his foot up on the cage like he wants to jump guillotine. Pulls his neck out and he's free. Throwing some knees up in there. Ooh, throws an elbow, misses. Islam throws a knee, immediately gets it caught. Arman takes his back slightly up against the cage. He's kind of got him by the side, but he's wanting to take his back. Oh, takedown by Arman. Ooh. Yep, he's got it, and he's got his back. He lets Makhachev stand up. Makhachev trying to break that grip there. And as they break out here, go back to being at distance. Makhachev swinging for that knockout punch as Arman gets in with the takedown. He's got a single leg up. He's going to be looking for the trip here, or just to yank his leg down. Doesn't get it. Does not get it. And look, okay, Julius, before I fuck up. Okay, Julius. 9 o'clock, cool. Cool deal, man. Hopefully we'll be having Eddie on here. I think Eddie said he wants to call in for the Overeem fight, so we might be having him call in just a little bit. Shouts out to Eddie at Pure Evil MMA for helping me out significantly in my MMA career. Being an MMA journalist, he's got me covering a couple different fights. We're thinking about doing PFL. It's going to be a good time. I'm wanting to do King of the Cage, but King of the Cage not hitting us back up. We'll see. We definitely want to get a couple more events in before the year's over. Let's see. I'm throwing out that front kick, getting it blocked. Joel Embiid will play for Game 4. Just got the notification. Ooh, head kick from Makhachev is like 50% blocked. Side to side, buddy. Leg kick misses from Arman. And he's got some work to do here. He did get those takedowns, so I mean, gets this takedown defended pretty well. Islam has him in like a front head choke. Once again, tries to yank him to the ground that way. Ooh, and Islam eats a big elbow as they disengage there. Inside leg kicks from Arman. Head kick from Arman lands. Nothing, not affected at all as Makhachev. Spinning back kick misses from Arman. Ooh. Another takedown defended by Makhachev. Body punches from Makhachev. Ooh, and throwing the knees in there. Knees to the body. Shoulders. Popping him with the shoulder a little bit. It's kind of just like an over-under clinch here. Just exchanging knees, exchanging body punches. Oh, Oman looks to take the back, can't, and he gets tripped immediately. Single leg for Islam, puts the leg in between his legs, yanks him to the floor, takes his back up against the cage. Looks like he has body lock. Relentless this guy is, man. If he wants that takedown, he's going for it. Completes the takedown. I think Arman's looking to get a Kimura here. Makhachev doing the smart thing, throwing his leg over to hold his arm down. Arman trying to slip his body backwards to get enough room to pull that Kimura out. Although Makhachev's on top, but the only thing that you could do with a Kimura from the bottom, I think, would be, I mean, you could probably finish it if you had enough control, but I think in his position, all he could really do here is reverse, get him off of him with the Kimura, get more into a dominant position, but having Islam defend the Kimura. Yeah. I can't control the sound. I like that. Arman trying to drop down for a single now. Let's see. Big elbows from Islam coming in. Islam still hasn't pressured up against the cage. I think this round for sure is Makhachev. I don't even think there's a question here. He's going to hold him here. His Arman throws body punches to end the round. He's just going to hold him there. Yeah. Figures. $21, 23 days ago. Yeah, can't do it. Yeah, I mean, you got to, bro. You got to get excited when you see Islam grappling like this. He's doing a great job. Ooh, big body kick. Big body kick from Makhachev there lands. That hurt him. Fantasy. Let's see. Betting thread. Putting on the betting thread just in case somebody wants to see that. Yeah, they just got full fights. I hear you. We'll see what that does for us. Neither one's tired. Third round, almost halfway through the third round. Neither guy is tired at all. As Arman shoots for another takedown, Islam looks to have defended it so far. Again, though, not tired at all. He's going to be relentless with this takedown here. He's trying to move to get his foot to get into exactly what he has it into right now. He's going to put Makhachev's left foot in between his legs. He's going to try to yank down to just kind of lay him down, but he cannot. And Makhachev gets the defense of the takedown. Now has him pressed up against the cage. And looks to do some clinch work here. Let's see. Big punches again. He keeps getting him in this position where he leaves his left. Since he gets at the underhook, so when the overhook's sitting over, he can't block the body punches. So he just keeps digging into his ribs on the left side. Just because he can't defend it when he got the hook in like that. Ooh, he almost fucked him up bad. He almost had him in a reverse Gary Goodrich style crucifix. Nobody wants to be in a Gary Goodrich style crucifix. So I don't know if they made those elbows illegal. If those are still legal, those are fucking, dude, those are dangerous. If somebody catches you in a backwards crucifix to where like you're laying on their torso, your head straight up, and they have this arm clamped down with their arm, and then the other arm clamped down with their head, and they have this arm free to beat the fuck out of you with nothing stopping them at all. Trouble. Makhachev 3 for 8 takedowns. Tukhsaran is 1 for 10. He only has one landed takedown out of 10 attempts. So relentless with the effort, but just not getting it done as far as getting him to the floor. Big knees to the body from Arman, but the leverage disadvantage gets him put up against the cage once again. Makhachev seems to be going for a double leg now. See, I don't know if they consider these takedown attempts. That's the thing. If he's 1 for 10 on like attempts like that, like just pushed him up against the cage, reaches down for the leg, doesn't have it, just stops and keeps him in the clinch. If that's a failed takedown attempt, then I could see why he's 1 for 10. But I haven't seen that many like actual shoot for the takedown attempts from Arman. Makhachev with over 5 minutes of control time to Arman's minute and a half tops, maybe. Makhachev sitting in his guard right now. Arman looks like he's trying to get up. If he does get up, Makhachev looks prepared to take his back. Puts both his feet underneath him to somewhat sit in like a modified mount, or he's mounting his leg at least. So if he can get Arman to where he could lay his body flat, he could easily jump straight into mount. But Arman slips his legs out, and the fight is over. Looks like it's going to be unanimous for Makhachev there. I don't think it's a question, but I mean, let's talk about how impressive that is for Islam Makhachev. In the situation that he was in. Let's see. The situation where this guy's in with his career, undefeated. What's this, 4-fight win streak right now. 2 of them in 2018, so he fought twice last year. This being his first fight, 2019. Only 1 loss ever in MMA. It was the second fight in the UFC. We got knocked out. 10 out of 16 wins or finishes. He's a really impressive rising star, and to get a win like that where he just dominates this guy who looks like he wants to wrestle the entire time. The guy looks as if he wants to be the guy to force the wrestling. Um, Makhachev takes that, stuffs the takedowns, gets his own takedown attempts, and just kind of just beats him at his own game. Whatever he felt like his game was, he just beat him at his own game. Oh man, he posted it. He posted it. 28th Savannah, 29th in Charleston. I'll be there, bro. Dan, I'll be there. Michael Terry and Maggie Crane, I don't give a fuck. I'm there for Dan Lamorte. Um, but yeah, September, bro. I'll be in the building. When are you going to? Oh, it's all 9. It's all after anyway. I was about to say. I'm gonna be in New York soon. Unanimous decision. It's a little weird. You don't really. He's not going in a like a complete like circle. He's not going in order really. He goes from New York to Maine, so New York upwards to Maine, across to Connecticut, to Boston, back to New York, upstate New York, Pennsylvania, Washington, back to Philly, which is in Pennsylvania, stays in Pennsylvania. I think that's Minnesota or Missouri or one or the other, and then he goes to Chicago, then he goes to St. Louis, that's Missouri, so Minnesota, then he goes to Chicago, then he goes to Missouri, then Arkansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, now we're over here, Tennessee, right above Louisiana, Alabama goes back down to Alabama, then he goes over to the right to Georgia, comes outwards to South Carolina to Savannah, gets into South Carolina to Charleston, turns the fuck around, goes all the way back to Orlando, Florida, and then comes back to Charlotte. I mean, that's a lot, especially in the back part. That's a lot of back and forth. A lot of, I don't know, I don't have an agent. I don't have help booking shows or managing tours. This is done through my hands from start to finish. This is the tour I'm most proud of. New cities, bigger venues, and an album I'm genuinely excited to promote. I'm with it, bro. That shit's awesome. Gotta give him a little shout out there. So then here comes the main event coming up. Makachev obviously getting that win. Petr Yan's in the building. Khabib Nurmagomedov's in the building. Impressive, man. It's his boy too, Makachev. I guess it's Khabib's buddy. So Craig Allen says he wants 2 or 3 more rounds of that fight before the main event. He said, "Yeah, man, they had definitely enough energy to go 5 rounds. You might as well just send them into 5 rounds. It's a close fight. They're not really close. Islam probably fucked them up for the most part, but I'd still like to see way more in that fight than just what we've seen." Brooklyn, 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 Brooklyn. Oh yeah, just seeing the ending of the Portland game with OKC, where Paul George did the reverse dunk at the end of the game as the time expired and shit. Really, really, really better hope they win now. Because if they don't win, and I'm Portland and I'm up 30 in the last game to get them eliminated, I'm fucking dunking. I'm shooting threes with seconds left and all that. Fuck that. We scoring. I'm seeing here. We'll put this on camera really quick. The difference between Alistair Overeem in 2009 and Alistair Overeem in 2016 is fucking insane. How big he is. Let's go right here so I know if you guys can see it or not. We'll go right here. We'll try to zoom it in. We'll get it pointed directly straight. But I mean, you could see, dude. You could see, even though it's a bad quality of picture, you could see how thick that motherfucker is in 2009. And then just not as thick at all. I fucking can't get you a good picture of that. It's too fucking shiny. Whatever. Overeem is up next. What more could you really say about Overeem? He's a vet just like Oleinik. Knockout punches. Oleinik has knockout power, but he's more of a grappler. He wants to submit you. He wants to get on top of you and choke you out. Can't blame him at all. You know, doesn't want to stand with Overeem. I wouldn't want to stand with Overeem. I don't know what motherfucker in their right mind would want to stand in front of Alistair Overeem. 2016 over Alistair Overeem. If you were okay with standing in front of 2009 Alistair Overeem, you got a problem up here, man. Like you don't like your life. You're not comfortable with keeping your life. You know, whatever the case is, that's not healthy for you at all. Back in 2009 when he was that big, if you said you signed and said yes, I'll fight Alistair Overeem, you had some fucking balls hanging there. You know what I'm saying? Grapefruit size fucking cojones. If you were gonna fight 2009 Alistair Overeem, being that fucking thick fucking monster, you know what I mean? Here comes Oleinik. Let's see what this crazy, creepy music is. Oleinik does like a take where he wants somebody else to walk in front of him. As the guy was walking too close to him or some shit. See my man Ice is live though. 2 years ago, nah, Ice ain't alive. I think it'd be funny if we went live at the same time as Ice. Have a conversation with him and shit while he was live 3 days ago. That's it, 3 days ago. No live from Ice. Our live we are in. I do that right there. Sweet. Oleinik is walking out. We got Overeem coming out next. I'm kind of interested to see what song Overeem walks out to because he seems like a everything's bright and flowery and shit like that type of music that he would be walking out to. Ezekiel choke 12 Ezekiel choke submissions. The only two in UFC history came from him. 46 first round finishes out of his 57 wins. 53 out of his 57 wins are by finish. So only 4 decision wins. Ooh, he looks serious. He looks nervous. He looks all sorts of things, man. I don't know. Just by his body language and shit like that, I want to give it to Overeem. His haircut's weird. He's got a really, really, really weird haircut. Really weird. Everything went pitch black. He's got some like native of the Netherlands song. It's just strange, man. Oh, he started deep. They started videoing him deep, deep in the building. It's a pretty badass song, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, just to walk out to. It's a good song to walk out to, really. It's not really my cup of tea as far as I would listen to it on a normal basis. I don't know about that. What is the one rule, man? No clue. He looks way different, man. He's got his hair all done up to the front and shit. That's weird. It's the first time I ever heard that somebody actually practices like glove touches. Like they come out and during practice they touch gloves and they touch gloves and they touch gloves and they touch gloves just to see different types of scenarios that could happen after you touch gloves. Heavyweight champion of Strikeforce, formerly highest striking accuracy in the UFC history, 73%. Finished 39 of his 44 wins, 22 are knockouts, 17 are by submission. Pound each other up. Friends, you could see they train together before they, obviously friends, fans of each other, veterans. So that's how the veterans mostly are. Most of the veterans of the sport are really respectful. We don't really see a lot of disrespect coming from veterans. Maybe Brock Lesnar or whatever. We're going to call Brock Lesnar a veteran, but I don't think they can necessarily do that. Oleinik 41 to Overeem's 38. Eddie don't give me his pick. Guess we're not gonna have Eddie. Eddie's not in the Discord right now. Yes, we just got two flats. My G's got two flats, dog. That's mad cool. I fucks with it. Go check the Discord now, bro. Morocco Island, man. Bugs in Morocco Island. So what's up? Everybody's doing their thing. I'm going to New York in May. Hopefully for the PFL shit. Let's see what we got here, Overeem. Emily Bros 41 and 38 is 2. This is probably the oldest main event of the year, the entire year. Oleinik. I like it, man. Bring that energy. Bring that energy to the fight. We've seen like an Alistair Overeem, like a Francis Ngannou type knockout. Pretty insane. Here we go. Come out, immediate glove touch again, hugs. That haircut's so weird from Oleinik because it's like he's got like a shaved head on the sides, the back from like here, like halfway down his head, backwards, has got like fucking dark hair, and then all right here and right here, all that shit shaved or just balding or whatever. It's like if you're going that bald, bro, you just gotta cut it, man. He's got kind of like an arrow thing going on in the back, so I could feel it. I mean, maybe if that's the look he wants to go for, he wants that kind of gimmick or whatever. Tell you what, you knock out Oscar Overeem, you could wear whatever fucking hairstyle you want, Pippin. Throws a big overhand right, Alistair gets clinched up. Oh, immediately pulls guard. Oleinik immediately pulls guard, immediately setting up the choke. He has his arm and his head in, loses the arm, loses the head now. Very good defense from Alistair. Excuse me. He's got to get one arm in. I don't know why Alistair wanted to get down. Like, don't get in there and grab with him and shit. Oh, Alistair looks like he's going to take his back. Oh, throws a head kick as he's standing up. Oh, big knee lands against Oleinik. Oh, big right hand from Oleinik. Trip comes from Overeem. Oh, big overhand right from Oleinik. Oh my God, that caught him. That caught him. Big punches. He's getting an onslaught now. Dude, Overeem, you better move. You better do something, bro. Fuck, yeah. What the fuck? Big time he gets hurt. Now they grappling. They got up against the clinch and shit. Oh, big knee from Overeem. Holy shit. Big punches still coming from Oleinik. Body punches, huge body punches coming in there from Oleinik. Non-stop. He did, yeah. I thought that was a knockout kind of knee right there. Oleinik's a tough motherfucker, man. He's 41, walking around, still fighting, taking knees and shit like that. Still caught him with the same knee. He's bringing the knee all the way up to him. Oleinik is fucking launching those punches in there, the uppercuts to the body, overhands to the top of the head. Oh, he almost had a stand-up Ezekiel choke. Edge of my seats. I want to stand up. I just know the camera won't be able to see me if I stand. I don't want you guys staring at my crotch while watching the fights. I know you guys would be staring and shit. Insane, though. Completely insane. Just for the views, just for doxy motherfuckers. Okay, bang, 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 bang. We out. Yeah. Oh, big knees and uppercuts from Overeem. Knees. And he's such a tall guy, and he's bringing all those knees up to his head, extending so much. I don't know why Overeem or Oleinik just doesn't wait till one of them misses and then just tackle him. You know what I mean? Tackle him, push him straight backwards off of that knee. That he's not. He's like extending his leg when he throws the knees. 46 strikes, from Oleinik to 5 from Overeem. I've seen more than 5 strikes, but they want to call it 5. They want to call it 5. Whatever. These body punches are what's really adding up for Oleinik here. It's just when he gets him there, it's just body punch, body punch, body punch. And Overeem, when he gets him in the clinch, he's just throwing massive knees to the head, to the body. Oh, double knee to the body there. I feel like he's trying to overuse the knees now. Excuse me. Ooh, just keeps launching those knees in there. And they're hitting him in the chest. They're hitting him in the face. Oh, he got him. He got him. He got him. Oleinik goes down. Oleinik hits the ground so hard that his head bounces off the canvas there. That's looking like it's over. Yep. Now Overeem's just punishing him with ground and pound. Punishing him. He's telling him, hey, defend yourself, bro. Oleinik would not defend himself. Just put the blocks up, would not move, would not do anything. And Overeem, that's one of those like anticlimactic finishes though. Like I loved it. I loved the Overeem one guy, and I was right and everything like that, but it just felt so anticlimactic. Like he was winning. He was winning. He had him on top. He was punching. And it wasn't like a fury of he's fucking him up, get in there and stop it. He like punched, stopped, punched, stopped, punched, stopped. The referee was like, hey, block. He throws one more elbow. After pausing for like 5 seconds, throws another elbow, and the referee stops it. Yeah, it got him really tired, those punches. Ooh. That last knee that came hit him on the side of the head, and then as he was falling, like as he was crumpling a little bit from that knee, he caught him again going down in the face. Yeah, that's nuts, man. That is absolutely nuts. It's a weird way to end the card here early in the morning for UFC Russia. Once again, we'll be back. I think we're going to try to watch. Anybody who's joining us right now, just know Overeem won by ground and pound, technically TKO knockout. He hit him with some knees, dropped him, and once he fell to the floor, he pounded on him until the referee eventually had to stop the fight. Like I was saying, though, we'll be back later tonight with another stream. Maybe we'll be watching Amir Khan versus Terrence Crawford, or maybe we'll be doing NBA or whatever the case is. But either way, we'll be back again later tonight with a stream. Nothing for tomorrow. After tonight, the next stream will be on Tuesday night. We'll be doing predictions for UFC Fort Lauderdale in Sunrise, Florida, wherever the fuck it is in Florida. Jacare Souza and Jack Hermanson will look up the really quick. We'll look up the card to see who all is on that card. Because I know my boy Mike Davis. I'll just give him another shout out. He's on the card, stepping in short notice to fight Gilbert Burns. Of course, it's going to be headlined by Jacare and Jack Hermanson after. Who was it that couldn't fight there? Who was it? Was originally supposed to be. I think they're ever going to let me see it here. Alex Oliveira, Mike Perry. Was it supposed to be Romero? It was officially announced it was supposed to be Romero and Jacare. Yeah, Romero had to step out. Co-main event, Greg Hardy versus Dmitry Smolikov. Alex Oliveira going to Cowboy Alex Oliveira. Mike Perry. What's the link? Reddit, man. If you can't find it on Reddit, you got some internet problems. You don't know how to use the internet. Just Reddit. Not going to tell you how to get there so that I get my shit flagged. But if you go on Reddit, it's literally very, 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 very easy to find streams to watch the fights on. Or, it's not that much money. ESPN Plus, like $5. You just go on ESPN Plus. Whatever the case is, you get ESPN Plus and you watch it there. I will be back. Let's go. That's what Overeem just said. But anyway, getting back to the Fort Lauderdale card. Glover Teixeira and Kubota. John Lineker, Hansa Stone Lineker versus Corey Sandhagen. Roosevelt Roberts, Thomas Guilford. I think it's a good fight. To round out the main card there, Ben Saunders, Tashiki Soto, Andrei Arlovsky, Augusto Saki, Jim Miller, Jason Gonzalez, Diego Lima, Court McGee. Of course, we talked about Gilbert Burns, Mike Davis, Jody, fuck your last name, Escobil. Can't say it. Jody Escobil will take on Angela Hill. While Carla Esparza fights Viana Jorbuta. Also on that card. So a lot of weird names also, but then we have Florida next week. See what Alistair's got to say right before we're out. He says he's very open and the fight's over. Flow 88, the fight's over. The fight is over. Overeem won by TKO. He got rocked and his mouthpiece got knocked out. Came back. Relentless knees. Yeah, the ream. Relentless knees to the body and to the head, and then finally he caught him right on the side of the face. And then when Oleinik dropped to his knees, as he's dropping to his knees, he gets caught with a knee straight to the front and head banging off the canvas, all that shit. So it's a pretty ugly knockout, but Overeem definitely got that. It's exactly how I thought it was going to go. I just didn't think that Overeem was going to be so inclined to get into the clinch with him, get on the floor with him, things like that. And he almost got put in Ezekiel choke. Like the first 30 seconds, he almost got put in Ezekiel choke. So I'm glad the fight didn't end that quick. Yeah, dude, this whole card's been sick. This card started with 4 of the first fights were all finishes. 3 of them were first round. No, 2 of them were the first round. The first 2 fights ended in the first round. The second 2 fights ended in the second round. All finishes. Overeem, of course, getting that knockout there. Islam Makhachev beat the fuck out of the dude he was fighting. They've had crazy fights, man. And man, no problem. I always do these fights things where you just watch the fight, they talk about them and shit. If anybody's got needs updates on the fights or whatever, you send them my way. And I will be sure to update everybody I can about what's going on. Sergey Pavlovich knocked out Marcelo Gome in the first round. That was pretty exciting. Roxanne Modafferi got a split decision win over Antonio Shevchenko. I thought that was exciting, even though I picked Shevchenko. But yeah, I'm sorry. First 3 fights were all knockouts. 2 in the first round, 1 in the second, and then the 4th fight was a submission, modified guillotine choke. Then we went 4 decisions straight after that. So it's kind of like you got all excited just to build up to 4 decisions. And you got the Sergey Pavlovich knockout. Islam Makhachev, of course, just won a dominating decision win. Then finally ended by Alistair Overeem with a clean knockout there. So yeah, let's go back one more time just to see if there's any more news to Greenville. I was keeping people up to date with the Greenville, South Carolina card that's coming up. Unfortunately, no, we will not have Stephen Thompson on it. Stephen Thompson's injured. He won't be back in time for the the fight, we do have Darren Wynn training under Daniel Cormier. We'll be fighting Marcus Perez. That's a great fight. Andrea Lee, Montana De La Rosa is an incredible fight. Molly McCann, Meatball McCann versus Ariana Lipsicki. I don't know how to say your name, but I don't know how to say your last name. You're an incredible fighter, and Molly McCann's also a beast. So that's a great fight. Darren Stewart versus Bayvon Lewis. Alan Crowder, who we know just beat Greg Hardy, will be fighting. Not even going to try your last name, but Alan Crowder will be fighting on the card. I like Alan Crowder. So still a lot to build with that card, but doing great, man. I can't wait to see when they come to Greenville how good they're going to look. Great fight. Great day of fights here. Morning of fights for UFC Russia. Very impressed by the way it started. I didn't think it was going to start as quickly as it did. So I'm very impressed by that. Like I said earlier, we will be back tonight. Live stream, we'll be doing Crawford and Khan or something like that, maybe an NBA game or some shit. And we'll also be doing the whole 420 activities for tonight. So it's going to be an exciting night, fun night. Come back. We had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys during the day for the fights. So make sure you catch up with me tonight. If you like boxing, we're probably going to do the Khan Crawford fight. Just because I like fights. I like to do these things with fights more than I do with basketball. I can't really, basketball is on TV, so you just turn on TV and you can watch the basketball, the boxing, the UFC, shit like that. Most of the time it's on pay-per-view or some app or something like that. So it's a little bit easier to come watch with me, hang out with me and watch than just basketball. You're trying to ESPN or some shit. But we'll be back later on tonight. I'll see you guys then. I was trying to get to the hour mark, but we're going to leave it at 57 minutes. Fuck it. I'll see you guys tonight, all right? Peace.